Good afternoon, everybody. I want to talk to you today about one of the greatest weapons against you as you seek to become physically fit or diet on any level. And I attribute that to a conversation that I had with one of my clients a couple of nights ago. To give you a little bit of background, this gentleman came to me at 355 pounds. Okay, he's 52 years old. He was at the point where he had become completely isolated, did not want to even leave his apartment because he felt like he was being ridiculed everywhere that he went. He felt completely self-conscious as he would go out in public for any reason, even to the grocery store. And it had him literally in pieces emotionally. His wife had left him. He's in phenomenal debt. And it's just a downward spiral of really pain for this gentleman. And he and I both got really emotional during the call we had together. In fact, after talking to him for a minute, I really cared less and less about the quote revenue coming into the company and more about helping this guy because I knew I could. And so I literally gave him the best deal that he's ever gotten with, that anybody's ever gotten with Force, that he could ever have gotten with Force to get him rolling. And he comes to me the other day and says, "Hey, I'm so excited. I can't believe it. My pants are falling off. I've got my belt pulled to the last belt loop. My jeans have got to be 48 inches. I could be down 4 or 5 inches in my waist. I'm so happy. This is incredible." So naturally, I'm beaming with pride because he's only been in the program for probably 50 days at this point, 45 to 50 days at this point. And he's really been adhering to the program. He's really been trying hard. He's doing everything that he's being asked to do, and he's doing it with fervor. So I couldn't be more excited for the guy. And then he goes ahead and tells me that he is going to weigh himself. And the conversation crashes. There is absolutely zero reason to get on a scale. Zero reason. Unless you are trying to make weight for a bodybuilding competition or a powerlifting competition or some other means by which there are classes or parameters where you need to be a specific weight, I would throw the scale in the garbage. I don't weigh myself. I evaluate myself with regard to how I feel. How do I feel on a given day? And I can tell you that sometimes at certain points in my life, I have felt incredible, and I've actually been way heavier as it relates to my quote walking around weight. And then there have been other times when I have felt terrible physically, and I've been lighter than I've ever been. This is supposed to be about lifestyle. This is supposed to be about how you feel. This guy tells me my pants are falling off. I feel great. I must be down 4 inches in my waist. I can't believe it. I'm so happy. Why would you now go jump on a scale and set yourself up for disappointment? You should never do that, because no matter what, when you get on the scale, you're going to be disappointed or upset. If you think, man, I absolutely have lost 20 pounds, and you get on the scale and you've only lost 15, you're disappointed. If you think, man, I feel great, I must have lost 5 pounds, and you only lose 2 pounds, you're going to be disappointed. There are some instances when you will think you've lost weight, and because weight loss doesn't work with continuity, where you're losing X number of pounds or ounces every day, every week, there are certain times when you may feel great, you get on the scale and you haven't lost a pound. Why in the world would you subject yourself to that thing that turns on you almost every time you get on it? I personally don't do it. I evaluate myself by what belt loop am I on. If my belt loop's a little tight, I know I might have to govern my eating a little better. If I'm feeling like I'm a little bit heavier, or if I'm feeling like I could probably change my eating habits slightly, then I just go ahead and do it. And I do whatever it takes to make me feel better. This is a lifestyle play. This is about feeling good, feeling sexy when you walk into a restaurant, feeling good at the pool when you take your shirt off. That's what this is about. Who cares if you're 170, 160, 180, or 230? I've got people coming to me saying, I really want to gain 10 pounds. I really want to gain 10 pounds. And so naturally, in accordance with my other podcast, you've got to ask the questions. So I ask them, what do you weigh? How old are you? How tall are you? And they'll say, well, I'm 5'6", and, I'm 50 years old, and I want to gain 10 pounds. Well, where did that number come from? If you're 5'6", 155, you're probably pretty ripped and in good shape. So maybe you want to build muscle. Maybe you want to change the aesthetics of your weight. But to pull a number like I want to gain 10 pounds out of the air, you may end up looking heavy and bloated and out of shape, even though technically you're 10 pounds heavier. This thing does not work like that. There's a series of questions that we want to ask ourselves. There's a series of methods that we want to use in accordance with an overall diet schema in order to get what we want to feel good. When we feel good, everything else in our lives will change. The way we treat our family, the way we treat our friends, the way we treat our colleagues, the way we treat our pets, everything will change. So let's focus on the fundamentals. Being healthy, feeling good, throwing the scale in the garbage. Okay, everybody, stay in the pocket.